Hey, Tom Moran here from Tom's Big Spiders. Really excited about this one, and I think it follows beautifully with the one I just did, which involved my M. balfouri Communal. We kind of did a 2 year review of everything that's happened from the beginning. Well, now that that one is kind of, they're all grown up, and there's going to be plenty of more to catch, but I started thinking about where I could go next, and other people had basically asked if I could try different types of communals. So let's just say we worked something out with Tanya at Fear Not Tarantulas, and I just got a huge box in with a lot of amazing species, including what the majority of this video is going to be about. And I don't want to give it away because it'll come up in a moment and I'll talk about it. But I'm very excited about this. Should give a great opportunity to watch another type of communal. So I'm going to stop talking there. We'll get into the actual video. I'm going to apologize ahead of time as well because as we were shooting this one, unfortunately, my dogs were able to break out where they were supposed to be. So we had my daughter trying to corral them. It happened twice because once wasn't enough. We had to have a second time. But anyway, and obviously when dealing with any tarantulas, and especially old world species, I want my dogs out of the room. So we had to cut the tape twice to make sure that they were out and safe and secure. So I did not continue the rehouse with them there. So you'll notice a couple cuts where I kind of splice it together because we stopped things. Also, I mentioned wearing a GoPro on my head during one point of the video. Just know that it did not work out. Apparently, when I was shifting the GoPro, which made me feel like an idiot, I hit the pause button and missed 99% of what we did. I basically had like a minute of footage. So unfortunately, that didn't work, but I will be getting back to that. All right, I'm done talking. Let's get on to the video. All right, so we just got our latest package in from Fear Not Tarantulas. I kind of alluded to this in a couple earlier posts. One when I was talking about my jumping spiders, which are now at Fear Not Tarantulas for people that want some. I basically did a trade with Tanya for those. So this is going to be the results of the trade. I'm a little shocked at the size of the box here, so I'm not completely sure what's in this, but I also alluded, if anybody watched my latest M. balfouri video, where I kind of did a retrospective on the communal, that I had something else cooking, and then my buddy Eddie Marquis actually guessed what it was, which I found very odd. Actually, I don't know if he guessed, he just mentioned something that happened to be what I was looking at. So we're going to go ahead and open this one up now. I'm going to hide this part. No, thank you. I think I posted one that had like all my information on it. Oh dear Lord. Alright, so first off we have, I think this is going to be the big one because I did see a picture of it. Oh, nice tape. And I've been chewing my fingers like a madman, so I'm going to try to hide my thumbs. I'm off for the summer, which means a lot of extra time on my hand and nervous energy. And there we are, Poecilotheria metallica. And as you'll see, there is more than one. Oh, sweet baby. Look at that. There they all are, 10 of them. So for people that haven't guessed yet, we are looking at doing a P. metallica communal. It was something I thought about a while ago. Obviously a huge Poecilotheria fan, love Poecilotheria, and I have a beautiful female Poecilotheria metallica, my own, that I got for a birthday present from Billy, as a matter of fact, that is now sporting all her adult blue colors. But after finishing up with the balfouri, not finishing up, but posting that balfouri video, the idea was, what should we try next? So I did a lot of research. There's going to be a different set of rules for these. They will not, for people that are just learning about communal spiders, it will not be the happy family per se that we see with the balfouris. There'll be some differences, but we'll discuss those as we set them up and as we take video. Now I gotta see what else is in here. I think that's kind of round. I suppose I could probably edit these rehousing or these videos to cut some of the extra stuff. Boy, I will run. Oh dear. And the last time I got one of those from her was the Diamantiensis, and they did run. They're the fastest things I've ever dealt with. And
That's what the thing says, I will run?
I will run.
Okay.
She gives you a heads up. There they are. Very excited about these as well. This is like a total amazing box of goodness here. Heteropoda David Bowie. Huntsman spiders. So this will be new for me. So I'm hoping what will happen is I've done some, obviously done the research on them, but anybody that has kept these that wants to chime in. Oh, I'm not done yet. Just started cleaning all the cardboard out of my garage, and my recycle bin's completely full, so it's going to be interesting trying to get rid of this. Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
What?
Neotheli Inci Communal. Here we go. I actually have a setup for this already. This is perfect.
It's a fire.
I think these maybe, I know Rachel Pan, who works for Fear Not and who we correspond, just had some, so I believe these are probably from Rachel, and she mentioned that she was going to send some. This is awesome. We're going to have a lot of communal action going here, which will be good for folks that are into the communals. I have a lot of people ask about the HNC because they are known to be communal, and they're supposedly do very well, although, again, there are some rules and stipulations, so we'll see how that one goes. And this is what we will be housing the Metallicas in to start. We got 2 of them. Right there. Now, people may be thinking those look a little bit small. The key with the Metallicas is you have to basically foster a situation where they, I don't want to say are forced to be communal, but are in close proximity, because they will strike out and form their own territories if not, and then that can lead to fighting and deaths. The idea is that in the wild, some of them will take up residence in the same tree. And as I go over here to stop my dogs, freaking worm. Some of them will take up residence in the same tree because obviously their habitat's extremely threatened. So what will happen is a bunch of them will take up in the same hole, and as long as they're there together, they will recognize each other and won't eat each other. But if they start to spread out, then they settle their own territories, and it can become a bit of a Hunger Game. So there we go. Thanks so much, Tanya. I totally appreciate it. Let me make sure. All right. Make sure there's nothing else in there. Absolutely appreciate it. This is an amazing trade, and obviously this is going to make for some fantastic videos going ahead. So now we'll have 2 other communals to talk about, and we'll be able to compare them to the M. balfouri, which I do believe are basically the epitome of a good communal tarantula. They're literally a communal species. These other ones will work, but we'll see how it goes. So thanks again, and then next thing will be the rehousing, which should be an absolute nightmare.
You got it.
All right, it's time to rehouse these guys. Not sure how this is going to go because there are 10 pokies in here, and they are all at the top, which is going to make this really difficult. So we'll see how this goes. Does this thing look like it's aimed at? Don't look the camera up. Does it look like it's aimed at that? Like that?
I don't think so. I think you need to go more down. Where's the camera part of it? If it's not perfect, don't yell at me later.
I'm wearing the head cam. We're going to try this out. Somebody recommended this. I honestly always feel like a giant dork when shooting these videos, and this somehow just made it 10 times worse. So I begged Billy not to show me with this stupid thing on my head. Hopefully this works out because you'll be able to see what I'm seeing. We'll see how it goes. Oh yeah, they're nice and
If you happen to tilt your head a little bit more forward at some point, that would be fine.
Well, we'll see. This doesn't work. It doesn't work. So I tried to explain that, quite frankly, I have to be more worried about what I'm doing here than having some stupid thing in my head. But if it gives people a good view of what I'm seeing, which may be mass panic, it'll work out great. I get some of this tape. I like it. All right. Try something. This has got nightmare written all over.
This is going to be a disaster.
Right, see, that is negative thinking.
This is an anti-jinx. It's like an opposite jinx.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So every time we say that, it actually works out okay.
That's interesting. Here we go. Tape out of there so I'll get caught up in the tape.
Too bad you couldn't take the paper towel off and then put the top on and slide the top off.
Speaking of the top, where's the top?
Top is right here.
No.
Oh. And they don't want to go in there.
No, they don't like light either, so this is probably... Not an ideal situation. There you go, being pokies. Oh my gosh.
Always good. One, okay.
And away we go. All right. Now we go on the tree. 2,
All right.
3.
Woohoo.
Nope.
Back.
Make that back to 2. All right, let me think here.
Maybe put the thing up so they'll go up to the top of the thing. The catch cup. You know what I mean?
Problem is, they want to go on the paper.
You just put the paper in there.
Let's turn this away so the dark side is toward me. No, 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 no. No, you're not hiding, so just go. Oh my gosh.
It's like unbelievable. There's one inside that paper towel, I think.
Now you need to go down.
Like right there.
Nope, you get in there. Oh yeah. Boom. You're missing the party. All your friends are at the party. Oh, there it goes. Jump. Oh. Oh my gosh. Alright.
You sure there's no more in there?
I'm gonna stick it in here for now. I lost track. No, everybody needs to get down. Jesus.
Oh.
It's funny because this is where I know how far I've come, because when I started doing this, this would have freaked me the heck out. Oh, bro. See, don't rile him up. I got one shot at this. I'm not shooting up the dogs.
Kai's getting out at the cup.
Oh my gosh.
Now he's a little guy. What do you want me to do?
All right, we're coming back after we just had to get the dogs out of here because unfortunately my daughter wasn't able to corral them out of the room and it's not safe for them to be here. If anybody wants some rescue dogs and lives in the Connecticut area, please contact me. Between them getting me up at 4 o'clock in the morning and I get it.
I was watching this guy come out. He came out and he went back. And nope, at the bottom.
Jeez.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Now he's not. There we go.
Gosh. Okay.
He's on the back side of the cup. Sorry.
So where are they
Now he's on the outside.
There we go. Last one. Oh, between the dogs barging in repeatedly and everything else, that was so much fun. All right, so let me just make sure there's none underneath here. So that'll do it. I believe they're all in. We're just going to go through, make sure there's no surprises. That's empty. That's empty. And some dirt, some poop. So there we go. All right, so what hopefully is going to happen is they're going to settle on the back of this piece of cork bark here. They'll be in that area. We want them to kind of stay all together. We don't want them to create their own territories or get out and about, because this is a species that when kept together in close proximity, they will live together, they'll eat together, there should be no issues. However, if you give them enough space to go around and make their own territories, then you get fighting and death. So we're going to see how that one goes, and obviously we're going to keep up to date on this as it progresses. Hopefully it goes very, very well. And what I've got here is a piece of cork bark with the plant on the top. I'm going to go ahead and push that down a little bit more. And then some sphagnum moss behind it. And what we will do is we'll be feeding them small red runner roaches. I'm going to hop over to aaronpauling.com in a minute and order some more red roaches. We just ordered 1,000 of them. We're going to get some more. There we go. So that would be the P. Metallica Communal, the start of it, with about inch, I don't know, what are they about? Maybe just over an inch or so slings, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully what I'll do is an update in a couple days when they settle in. Hopefully what we'll see is them all back there, because what I'm going to do is either put this in a corner where it doesn't get light back there so they can hide, or what I'll do is basically put some paper around the back of it to give them a dark spot, because they are a little photosensitive. There we go. P. Metallica Communal. This should be fun. And here we are about 20 hours later after they've been situated. Again, with it being a communal, I wanted to make sure they're well fed, so I dropped in about 11 small red runners, and at first they kind of scrambled, didn't pay them any heed, but here you go, our first eater. He grabbed one of them up and is currently doing the tarantula happy dance while he lays down some webbing. After I shot this video, 2 more grabbed roaches as well, so I'm very glad to see them eating, because again, I want to make sure these guys are well fed, although they've shown absolutely no inclination to attack each other yet. They kind of do what the Balfouri do. When they encounter each other, it's all legs, kind of touching each other with the legs, and then one of them will kind of move on. And you'll see that spot there with the tape was one hole that I kind of got a little aggressive with my Dremel. I was afraid it was going to be too big, so I blocked it off. But over there to the left is another one, and that one actually has the remnants of food in its mouth. I didn't realize it until afterwards. I caught one of the really small ones. That guy down there actually is the one I believe that grabbed one after this. So again, keeping everybody up to date what's going on. So far so good. There it is on the shelf. That's a temporary spot in the shelf. I'm doing a bunch of moving and rehousing, so that'll move, but there they are, a bunch of them. There's 5 of them visible. Doing great. All right, thanks so much for watching that. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, very excited to see how this goes moving forward. I am not the first person to try this, and if you do some research, I believe Tom Patterson from who I've bought slings from before and who's been in the business for a long time, has had one. I could be wrong, but I believe Tom Patterson does have one. And it's been done before, but there's just not so much on them. Not even as much as the Balfouri when I was trying to look for information on those. And I didn't pull up a lot there. And certainly nothing that anybody documented from beginning to end for the most part. I do believe there was one thread in Arachnoboards that detailed something. But what we're going to try to do is the same thing I did with the M. Balfouri, which is track them from the very beginning all the way until whenever this ends. And hopefully it'll make for a good series. I'm curious to see how it goes. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. And again, know that with communals, no matter how well they seem to get together, there is always the risk of fatalities. And that's something I had to give a lot of thought to. So if you want to hear more of my thoughts behind how I came up with this and how I decided to go ahead with it, please feel free to check out my podcast. I will put a link in the description of this video down in here so that you guys can check it out, because I did just do kind of a long podcast where I talk about communals in general and some of the things I got going on and how I came to the conclusion that'd be cool to try this. All right, I'm done talking for now. We'll be back next time. So again, if you enjoyed this video and want to check out some more, I will put them here and here. And if you enjoyed what you saw and would like to subscribe, very much appreciated. You can click that up there. As always, love getting comments. Try to respond to every single one. So thanks for watching. Catch you guys next time.